Hello everyone, I'm Simon, and welcome back. If you've been watching our channel this week, you've seen the debates between Jamila and Romeo. Every day they looked at a different relationship and money question from two completely different perspectives. Some of you agreed with Jamila, some of you agreed with Romeo, and some of you probably thought they were both wrong. Tonight, we're going to review each topic, explain both viewpoints, and then discuss what financial experts and successful long-term couples generally recommend. Remember, this channel isn't about proving someone wrong. It's about helping people make better financial decisions before those decisions become expensive mistakes. Let's begin. Monday. Should your fiancé have access to your bank account? Jamila believed that if you're planning to marry someone, there shouldn't be financial secrets. Her thinking was simple. If you're going to build one life together, why hide your money? Transparency builds trust. Romeo disagreed. He said being engaged doesn't automatically make someone your financial partner. Until you're legally married, each person should keep their own accounts. Trust doesn't require giving someone unlimited access to your money. So who was right? The answer is mostly Romeo, with an important lesson from Jamila. Engagement is a promise. Marriage is a legal partnership. Until you're married, it's generally safer to keep separate accounts while being honest about your financial situation. That means discussing income, debt, credit score, savings, financial goals. You don't have to share passwords to prove you're trustworthy, but you should share the truth. Financial transparency. Absolutely. Unlimited access before marriage? Usually not. The healthiest couples communicate openly while protecting themselves financially until the commitment is legally established. Tuesday, my fiancé has a 520 credit score. Jamila focused on compassion. She reminded us that everyone has a past. Medical bills, job loss, divorce, unexpected hardships. A low credit score doesn't automatically mean someone is irresponsible. Romeo looked at it differently. He argued that the score itself isn't the biggest issue. The real question is, why is the score 520? Was it bad luck or bad habits? Because if someone continually ignores bills, overspends, and refuses to change, marriage won't solve those problems. So who was right? Actually, both of them. A credit score is only one piece of the puzzle. What matters more is, are they improving? Have they accepted responsibility? Do they budget? Are they paying debts consistently? Have they learned from past mistakes? A person with a 520 score who is working hard to improve may be a much better partner than someone with a 760 score who constantly overspends. Character matters. Habits matter. Growth matters. Don't judge someone only by a number. Judge the direction they're moving. Wednesday, my fiancé wants access to my bank account. This topic created a lot of discussion because it involved boundaries. Jamila said wanting access can be understandable if two people are preparing for marriage. She believes couples should know where the money is and how it's being managed. Romeo took a stronger position. He said asking for complete access before marriage is unnecessary and could become controlling if one partner insists on it. So what's the right answer? The healthiest answer lies somewhere in the middle. There is nothing wrong with discussing finances. There is nothing wrong with reviewing budgets together. There is nothing wrong with talking about savings goals. But there is also nothing wrong with maintaining financial independence until both people are legally committed. Healthy relationships require trust. But trust doesn't require removing healthy boundaries. Transparency, yes. Pressure, no. Thursday, should you make a major purchase without telling your spouse? This topic involves situations like buying a boat, purchasing an expensive vehicle, paying thousands toward a family member's medical bills. Large financial decisions affect both people in a marriage. Jamila believed major purchases should always be discussed. Marriage is teamwork. One person's decision can impact both people's financial future. Romeo surprised some viewers. He said there may be rare emergencies where immediate action is necessary. For example, if his mother needed emergency medical treatment and time was critical, he would act first and explain afterward. His reasoning wasn't about hiding money. It was about saving a life. So who was right? Again. Both made valid points. Here's the practical guideline. If it's an emergency where waiting could seriously harm someone, act first. Explain immediately afterward. But if you're buying a boat, luxury vacations, expensive electronics, a vehicle, investment property, there is almost never a good reason to surprise your spouse. Marriage works best when large financial decisions are made together. Communication prevents resentment. The big lesson from this week. Did you notice something? Almost every disagreement came back to 3 words: communication, trust, financial responsibility. Money rarely destroys relationships by itself. Poor communication about money does. Hidden debt does. Secret spending does. Different financial values do. The couples who succeed aren't necessarily the richest. They're the ones who consistently talk before making major financial decisions. Simon's final thoughts. If you're dating, talk about money early. If you're engaged, talk even more. If you're married, never stop having money conversations. Financial discussions shouldn't only happen during an emergency. They should happen regularly. Monthly budget meetings, shared financial goals, emergency planning, retirement planning. Those conversations create stronger relationships and reduce financial stress. Remember, the goal isn't to win an argument. The goal is to build a relationship where both people feel respected, informed, and financially secure. Question of the week. Now it's your turn. Which debate did you agree with the most? Monday, bank account access before marriage. Tuesday, dating someone with a 520 credit score. Wednesday, financial transparency and boundaries. Thursday, major purchases without telling your spouse. And one more question. Who made the stronger arguments this week? Team Jamila or Team Romeo? Leave your answer in the comments. I read as many comments as I can, and your opinions may shape next week's debates. If you enjoyed this discussion, subscribe, like the video, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. I'm Simon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week for another edition of Jamila vs. Romeo, where we don't just debate money, we debate the decisions that shape our lives.